All right. Hi, guys. I think I was a little bit worried that there might be some confusion on how to make the graph, and so I just want to get on and show you one that is exactly the same as yours. So here I have the data for video one, the data for video two, and I have not yet collected the data for video three, but you can still do that one, right? Once you know how to do the first video, then you know how to do the rest of it. So you need to have a bunch of different positions. So every 20 centimeters, so that's going to go from 0 to 200. And then you need to have the times. Please make sure that you use a period instead of a colon right there. The computer's not going to quite know what to do with it if it's a colon, or it's not going to work right at least. So yours should be set up pretty much like that. Okay. So the next thing that you want to next thing you want to do is to make a chart. So you're going to go insert chart. Now, because I use this, oh, no, never mind, I take that back. It is guessed that I want a line chart, and what I actually want is a scatter plot. So I'm gonna scroll down until I find scatter plot and click that. I also want to make sure that it is getting the right data. So it says time, but I don't know, is that time for video one, time for video two? I don't know if that's getting the right time. So I'm going to click where it says select data range, which is this little block, these little 4 blocks here. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to select all of the times. Okay, that's because time is what I want on the x-axis. So I click OK. Then on the series, which that's a Google Sheets way of saying the y-axis, it says position. Now it might be the positions that I want, or it might be positions for video two. I don't know. So the way that I'm going to make sure is I'm going to click position, and then I'm going to click again, select data range, these 4 little squares, and I'm going to highlight the positions. Okay, click OK. I'm going to do a quick little double check that this is looking the way I want. I have right, the bottom axis here runs between 0 and 25, and the vertical axis runs between 0 and 200, which is kind of what I would expect, right? My times go between 0 and 25, so my horizontal axis should go between 0 and 25, and my positions go between 0 and 200, and my vertical axis goes between 0 and 200. If your axes, mine read what they should, time and position, but if they don't, you can either click on them if they say something that's wrong, um, or if the other way to do it is over here, there's the customize button, and just scroll down until you get to chart and axes titles, and then you can change the horizontal axis title to be whatever you want. So if yours doesn't say time right here, you need to change it so it does say time. And if it doesn't say position for the vertical axis, you need to change it so it does show position. The last thing that you need to do is add a trend line. So I'm still over here in the customize menu, and we're just going to scroll down to where it says series, scroll down a little bit more to where it says trend line, and then scroll down a little bit more to where it says label, use equation. And what that does is it puts the equation on the top right here. We'll talk about what the equation means tomorrow, but you need to go ahead and put that on. I'm going to make one small change. This isn't as super important, but what I am noting is that this horizontal axis doesn't actually start at 0. It starts, right? Note how there's not a 0 right here like there is here. I'm just going to click on horizontal axis, and I'm going to force it to start at 0. I'm going to put in 0 as a minimum value. Note how it starts at 0. The reason I'm going to do that is because now it's pretty clear that my trend line goes more or less through 0, which is what I would expect. So more on that tomorrow. But anyway, so that is how to make a graph. So hopefully that makes sense and is helpful for you. You just have to do this 2 more times, one for the fast car and one for the car that doesn't start at 0. So you'll end up with 3 graphs total. In fact, I'm going to change, because I'm going to end up with 3 graphs, I'm going to change my chart title to be slow tumble buggy, so that I know that graph is for the slow one, or you could name it video one if you wanted. Okay, good luck. See you tomorrow.